Greetings everyone and welcome to the finale of this 12-day long award show, and it's also my birthday today. So what better way to celebrate than cap it off than with the RTR Award, which goes to my favorite game of all time. And I knew before all this started what two games would go here, just not in what order, like what would get runner-up, what would win. And after about a straight week of deliberating, I decided on a simple answer on who would get the award. Both of them. So, the first winner of the RTR Award is... Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. To me, for a Sonic game, there's nothing wrong with Sonic 3 at all. It's near perfect in my eyes. Gameplay, OST, bosses, stages, it just does it all. I first played Sonic 3 and Knuckles like very young on like a modded original Xbox that basically was just an emulation console and could never truly beat the game as I sucked at blue spheres. So I could never get the Super Emerald to Hypersonic and would lock myself out of the final zone by attempting every time with losing the normal Chaos Emeralds. But when I finally got to see Doomsday Zone with that fire track for the first time, it's just a memory that's just etched into my brain to this very day. That Michael Jackson OST is in contention for the greatest Sonic soundtrack of all time. The build off the previous three games with the Shield, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles all feel like completely new characters with the Insta-Shield, Fly, and Glide. Nothing to me has ever topped Blue Sphere's special stage, whether I suck at it or not. I've gotten better at it, but like I said, guys, I'm trying to think of a negative this game has, and I should mention that although it is delisted, like the best way to play this game nowadays is the Steam release, as you can mod it into what is known as Sonic 3 Angel Island Remastered, or Sonic 3 Air for short, which has a whole slew of accessibility, quality of life, and modding options easily available. Sonic 3 is a game that has been out long before I've been alive, and yeah, every time I play the game, you can just discover something new on every playthrough. It's kind of magical how it works. Play this game. I know Origins has some awful track replacements, but it is the most accessible way to play the game, and I think the ultra positives outweigh 3 or 4 track replacements, so please give it a go, especially if you're into like either fast-paced games or platformers. They just cream of the crop for the both of them. Okay, the final game in the RTR Awards show, and the second joint winner of the RTR Awards is... Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. My story with Kingdom Hearts is kind of funny and something I deliberately elected to just not mention when talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. I got KH1 when I was about 4 because, like most kids who see the game, you see Disney and your goo goo gaga brain makes like the neurons fly. And because it was a Japanese ARPG played by a stupid child, I just didn't like it at all. And for a long time, that would be the last time I interacted with the series, just playing it for a bit in a tutorial, playing like a couple of worlds, and then just not liking it, putting it down. That was until I discovered a Let's Play of KH1 about midway to the end towards the game, and it kind of re-sparked some memories for me, and I thought it was kind of interesting, and got the PS3 collections for 1.5 and 2.5. Played through 1 and it was alright. I'm still not a fan of Chain of Memories, but when I got to 2, something just clicked. And especially once the story kicked off for Sora, I was just glued to the game until it was done, and from there on out, maybe an ultra die-hard fan of the series. Everything this game adds, like the more movement-focused traversal, the combat, the more pullback camera, combos that would give Dante a run for his money, new form changes that temporarily rework how Sora fights and moves to benefit the situation at hand, the much more open areas and set pieces like the Thousand Heartless fight, Cave of Wonders, the entire world that never was. Writing the script for this, I said I would not talk about the OST because we would genuinely be here for like an extra 20 minutes, but Yoko Shimomura, you are the GOAT of GOATs. I'll just leave it at that. If I didn't have the limit of no game can win more than one award, then Kingdom Hearts 2 probably would have taken a lot more than just this one. The content that the final mix version adds has been some of the most memorable expansions of a game, with the Cavern of Remembrance being a true test of Sora's growth abilities and combat prowess, ending with the 13 data fights against the organization as super bosses. And speaking of super bosses, the toughest and maybe best across all games for me might be probably the Lingering Will. I wanted you to joke that you could probably trigger some sort of PTSD if you played Lingering Will fight theme Range Awakened, because I would just throw myself at that boss over and over and over. It took me like maybe 150 goes as a kid, as a young teen, to beat Lingering Will. It was that difficult for me, but I never really hated it every single time I throw myself at it. It was just that fun. I think it was such a cool boss fight and a real true test of your player skills. There is so much more I could talk about Kingdom Hearts 2, like its character works and deeper meanings, parallels and seeds that are planted for future titles, in-depth combat systems like revenge counters and so on, but I don't want to keep you guys any longer, as we do have to wrap things up. This game means the fucking world to me, and I hope you give the series a try one day in any way, shape or form. It's one of the longest running like single player like stories like for the entire franchise. I get that's a turn off for a lot of people because a lot you have to play to catch up on, but even just playing 1 and 2, that will do enough for me. But please, if you have to take only one game or one series from this entire award show, to me, it'd be Kingdom Hearts. I think it's just that important to me. But I think everyone else deserves to play it as well. And that is the final RTR award. I just want to thank you all for watching along this short series. Like I said at the very beginning, I just wanted to share some of that positivity that was lacking from a lot of people last year, and I hope you got the chance to either reminisce about a game that was mentioned, or maybe you've discovered something new. Make sure to let me know in the comments below, and if you've got one, let me know what your favourite game is and why it means so much to you. If you would like to see more short content like this, make sure to leave a like and let me know. Also, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to get some more regular content out soon. This series was just more of a small holdover because I can get it out real quick while I work on my more bigger actual work for university. So yeah, I'll try guys. Believe me, I'll try. Anyway, until then, I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.